Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Free-to-Play Cast, episode 57, brought to you by MMOBomb.com, your home for all things free-to-play related. As always, I am your host, Magicman, and with me, it's a two-man show. He comes back in clumps, 3 weeks in a row. Brim, how are you, big guy?
Fantastic. Can't wait to get this show on the road.
You ready? It's just us. The winter flu in real life sucks sometimes.
They're faking it.
Everybody's faking it. Everybody's, I'm sick. I can't come into work today. Tara's going free. I got to get a jump on it.
Right?
But we've got the news. We've got the bombs. The one thing we don't have a derp, do we?
We do not. Come on, guys. I need some derps. You know, people hurting themselves, which wasn't the original intention, but yeah.
You want soliciting stories of people hurting themselves.
I'm serious, man. That was not my original intent when I brought that out there. I was like, you know what? Just tell me something funny that happened in the game where you like wiped a raid accidentally, you were facing the wrong way, whatever, you jumped off a cliff. But it turns out I've got people jumping off cliffs in real life and hurting themselves.
And they want to tell us about them. Where can they send derps?
Hit me up on the Twitter, BRIMTTIN, or, you know, Magic Man's always looking at the YouTube channel.
Yep. I've even had some of them emailed to me, and I've forwarded them to you. So we'll get them to one of us, and they'll make their way to the show somehow.
Yes, sir.
Let's get started here. I know one or two of these topics is really actually exciting for you, so let's get right to the news here.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, first up, Valve. We're going to talk Dota 2, and I know you're not a huge MOBA guy, and I like a MOBA, a good, well-done MOBA. I'm just not terribly good at them. And we haven't really talked about Dota 2 in a while, but there was a change implemented a few days ago. We're recording right now on the 20th. Implemented a few days ago that I'm kind of confused about. So, Brim, maybe you and I can kind of sort this out. And maybe as changes are added to this unique feature, our viewers can throw some comments down giving us the heads up on what's going on here. So, Dota 2, highly anticipated MOBA by Valve, Defense of the Ancients 2, yay, MOBA, hundreds of characters. I know there's like 90-some right now. All in all, I didn't buy into the beta. Somebody did gift me a copy of it on Steam, so I've been checking it out there. Obviously, we've all seen the videos. Spunkify's done a number of them for the Gameplay Action series or for the MOBA Spotlight series, depending on what he was covering. You're not a fan of MOBAs in general, but you can appreciate a good one, and you've watched a few videos here, so let's get your impressions of just Dota 2 as a whole first, Brim.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, yeah, it's not a secret. Everybody knows I hate MOBAs. And we talked about this a little bit earlier, just you and I offline, but we actually haven't talked about MOBAs in a while.
Yeah.
But I will say this, I find this weird, but I do like watching MOBAs. I have no problem watching them. I will not play them.
Now, when you're watching them, are you just watching, you know, some dude who threw up a YouTube video, or are you watching like the League of Legends commentary from the tournaments, and somebody that's a good shoutcaster makes you feel like you're watching a professional sport?
No, I have not watched any of those. Normally it's just me. Yeah, normally it's just me watching a YouTube person.
Yeah, there's kind of off topic, but there's a few shoutcasters and commentators for esports that I get a kick out of, and they manage to make things that aren't interesting. And I wouldn't mind giving it a whirl myself once or twice, you know, with a game I felt comfortable knowing. Like some of the League of Legends and Dota spectator stuff is very, very interesting to me when it's commentated well. I'll tell you what, You're a World of Warcraft guy, off and on. The new the Brawlers Guild that was added, right?
Okay.
The PvE type of arena. If you're not playing WoW, that's been in there for a little while. And you go in there and it's one-on-one with a big monster.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Okay.
Yeah, so if you don't know Lore over at Tank Spot, um, pretty funny guy. You know, he does his other videos as well, and you know, he's just got a good outlook on things. He's very funny, he's very intelligent when it comes to World of Warcraft too. But he has started for a while now doing streaming of commentation or shoutcasting for the Brawlers Guild, where he's just watching matches, and the matches are only like 2 to 3 minutes long a piece, if that. But I found myself watching his Twitch channel for hours. Like, this is something I could jump in and play right now, and, you know, okay, that's probably more interesting than what... But it was just... I mean, he's playing music in between the matches that's, you know, just funny music or soundboard items that relating to the match. It was... Check it out over at twitch.tv/DevoLore. When he does that stuff, it's just hysterical.
That sounds entertaining.
Yeah, so total sidebar there with shoutcasting and commentation. I'd like to get into that. Maybe I'll do it for Dota. We'll see.
How about the Fishio?
Yeah, Fishio, that's it. That's it. And Brim steps up to the pier. He casts. It's in the water.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so back to Dota 2.
Oh, yeah.
Back to Dota 2. You have a general like for Dota to watch it. You're not huge in playing it.
Yeah.
I enjoy playing it. Again, it's like League of Legends. It's another one that I'm probably not going to play enough to actually get good at it. That, you know, Smite, they're all in the same bucket for me. I enjoy playing them, but it's just too rare that I do for me to... So, yeah, I'm a fan of Dota 2, but let's talk about this one feature, because we both kind of thought, this is weird and different. They've instituted a least played mode. What it allows you to do is basically queue up for a match, and it takes your top heroes or champions or whatever out of the mix. So people you've won like 20 games or more with, you're not able to choose them. Huh.
What?
Yeah. Now, I can understand it from Valve's side, right? We have all of these heroes. Let's find a way to make people play as many of them as they can, especially since it's, quote, in beta. You know, let's get people on some of these other heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not really a reason. There's no real extra bonus reward or anything that I've been able to find, and I could be totally wrong here, and if I am, Dota fans, please throw it in here. Because I'm trying to find a reason for it, Brim.
Is this mandatory, or is it just something...
No, it's a new mode.
Right.
Yeah, just queue it up, and everybody is prohibited from picking their favorite champions. So you've been playing a lot of Warframe lately, right?
Yeah.
So what if let's institute a new mode? The frame that you use the least, you now have to use. Have fun.
Probably rage and yeah. Because for me, it would be that little stealth guy that I just have no chance at winning at all.
Like, I could totally get it if there was like an extra experience or extra incentive to do so, but there's a reason you don't play those champions, right?
Right. Yeah. Or why do you have to do this mode? Can't you just, if you're feeling frisky one day, just choose a champion that you don't play?
Right, but then you're in a normal mode where other people weren't feeling frisky, as you put it. They weren't feeling frisky, and they're rolling with that champion that they steamroll with all the time. So here, it's forcing everybody into that same level playing field. You're going to pick somebody that you either hate, and that's why you haven't played them, you're not good at, and that's why you haven't played them, or you just generally, you're not a fan of their moveset, and so you don't play them. And now here's a mode that forces you to do so, but doesn't seem to give you any extra incentive to actually go and do it. It seems like a sadomasochist mode.
Like there's no double experience or anything? Or...
I have not been able... There totally could be. There totally could be. I'm telling you right now, I have not tried the mode. I have tried to find news stories from every outlet that reported on the new mode, and nobody, and even the FAQ, you know, there's no additional incentive for you to go and do it. So, yeah. I mean, Valve even released the statement, least played mode disables each player's top 20 heroes with the most wins, so they have to pick a character they don't play very often, or at least are not very good at. Having an even playing field for everyone in the match will hopefully encourage players to break out of their comfort zone and try new heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't get it. I just don't get it. You know, if you want to check out new heroes, fine. You do what you're talking about. Jump into a game as another hero and, you know, just like when you first started playing the game, take your lumps for a match or two, right?
Yeah, I mean, but then, yeah, I don't know. If you're starting a new hero, I guess I can kind of see that. Like, so that you don't have to take those hard hits in a normal match like you were saying before. If it's someone that you've never tried before, then I can see doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I can go with you there that, you know, this mode is specifically for those that do want to try out new characters but don't want to get their ass handed to them.
That's all I can see on this.
But you're at the mercy of the queue, right? How many people log into Dota or any MOBA for that matter and say, all right, let me mess around with some new characters.
Mm-hmm.
New players do it all the time, right? The first time you play
Yeah.
Dota, you're going to take a few lumps with a couple different heroes, find one or two that you like, start working them up a little bit.
Yeah.
But experienced players and people playing for ranking and things like that, they don't care. They have their 3, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're still at the mercy of a queue here. Is there really a demand for this? Like I said, I could totally understand Valve's side. We have 96 heroes. Let's find a reason for people to play all of them, even if they would never play these certain heroes or champions. But yeah, let's not give them an incentive to do so. Besides, here's a safe testing ground. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
That's all it's going to be, is a testing ground. That's it.
Which really, can't you do that in like the tutorials and stuff? I don't know. It's just weird. Would you play this? Like, if you were in Dota and you had your 3 or 4 characters you were used to picking, would you log on and start moving your rank up? Or would you say, oh, okay, well, you know, I got 4 guys I'm really, really good at and I enjoy playing. Let's go take a look at these other ones in this least played mode.
It doesn't even have to be a MOBA. In any other game, I don't think I would do that.
I mean, there's a reason you don't pick them, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't like playing a hunter class, don't play a hunter class.
It's radio language, Brim.
Yeah. Almost caught me.
So the game's still technically in closed beta. Okay, will this mode make it to launch? Who knows? Patch also brought some other stuff in it. You got bug fixes for Warlock and the Ranger. There's a lot to the Dota 2 Steam Workshop tools that were added as well. So it wasn't just this feature, but it's the most interesting. And I can see a reason for creating it, but I think it needs to be incentivized, right?
Yeah, it needs something.
Give the player a reason to do it. Besides, it's a safe testing ground, and everybody else is going to be playing characters they're not necessarily good at either. And then I did see comments that it wasn't working.
I'm actually looking at that right now, as you said that.
Oh, you've seen those comments as well?
Just a couple, yeah.
Yeah, where different people were commenting that it's not working as intended. There's people in there with characters they are clearly good at. So, yeah, here's hoping they get it fixed, and I think it just needs a little incentive on it. Overall, surprisingly, I like the idea. I just think you need to spice it up and give players a little bit of a reason for doing it besides it being a testing ground.
Mm-hmm.
If you had maybe, bonus XP for your overall character, fine. Any bonus money, whatever the case may be. Some type of incentive to do it, Because Valve is looking to get out of this more feedback on all characters, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's basically what they're looking to get out of this. So I wouldn't play it unless there was an incentive. I'll just leave it at that. What about you?
Yeah, I'm probably the same way.
All right. Dota 2. Moving on. Dragon's Prophet by the team at Runewalker and Infernum. And, of course, our friends at Sony Online Entertainment.
Our dear friends.
Our dear friends.
At SOE.
Dear friends. Hey, they're doing well with the PlanetSide 2. I like that cash shop. No more of the crappy cash shops. Keep on the PlanetSide 2 trend with your games. So anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, you are now watching Runes of Magic video. Obviously, that's because I don't want to show you the Dragon's Prophet trailer 15 times while we talk about this. And Runewalker is the same company that did Runes of Magic. So, our friends in Europe finally get the leg up, Brim. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy. If you're in Europe, you're going to get the first crack at the closed beta for Sony Online Entertainment's upcoming MMORPG Dragon's Prophet. You can head on over to the webpage, MMOBomb.com. We've got the links there that you can go and sign up. The website has everything you want, the trailers, the frequently asked questions, all that stuff. We talked about Dragon's Prophet very briefly when we saw the footage from Gamescom way back when. Gamescom. I don't know. What do you think about this, Brim? It's kind of like it seems like a very high fantasy, gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon, dragon training. I don't know. Tell me, what are you thinking?
I remember looking at it before, and I remember thinking that I liked it, and I'm still leaning towards that. Going over it right now. Again, action-based combat, deep character development. I don't know. It looks interesting, and like you said, the Pokemon thing, pets and mounts and companions. That's always been something I've been interested in.
Yeah, I mean, you've got people flying and fighting with your own dragons after you capture them and train them, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they're advertising that there's more than 300 different dragons, each with their own habits and unique skill sets.
See, maybe I'm just not that creative, but even when going back to MOBAs, are there really like 96 different champions that do their own thing?
Sure.
I feel like at 300, there's got to be a repeat somewhere.
Then they do have like territory battles, garrison battles, things like that. There's supposed to be some extensive class and skill system as far as getting a pretty developed character. You had mentioned the action-based combat, obviously crafting and all the usual MMO fare in there. I don't know. Again, we talked about Fish.io last week and that collector's mentality. Does that pull you at all? 300 dragons for you to go in there and get, Brim?
Yeah.
You did sound very...
I hate to say it, but yeah.
Brim, you really like this game, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. It's another one of those things where I feel like I hate to admit it, but yeah, anytime you implement something where I feel like I need to collect something, yeah, I'm going to try it.
There's another one for you and Havoc. We'll have to do a Fish.io and a Dragon's Prophet, and I'll do the shoutcasting, and all three of us, our dreams will come true. And here goes Brim. He engages the blue dragon. He throws out a Pokeball. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I mean, granted, the trailers are pretty generic high fantasy stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see anything in the trailer that blew my mind, did you?
No, but that's hard to do these days.
Yeah, in Ask MMOBomb, I tackled one of those types of questions where somebody asked if innovation in MMOs was dead. So interesting. I think definitely in this trailer, you'd look and say, well, there's not much going on I haven't seen before. But everybody likes dragons, right? And now you got over 300 of them.
Yep.
Got to catch them all.
Mm.
Not much to say. I mean, Runewalker did a decent job with Runes of Magic. I played it for quite a bit of time. There are some huge pay-to-win issues with Runes of Magic, though. Although, of course, some of that would be Runewalkers say, but a lot of that's going to be the publisher. So, do they have a good publisher for Dragon's Prophet? Oh, shit, it's SOE. I don't know. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I do want to play it. That's got to say something, that at least there was enough information on the site and the trailers for me to want to play it. They got you and Havoc with the whole collector's thing. Right off the bat, you guys were hooked. You know, we won't spill who, but if one of your relatives got a hold of this game, it's all they would play.
Oh, I'll tell you right now who that would be.
Go
Ladies
ahead.
and gentlemen, my father is one of the biggest collectors in MMOs you will ever find in your life.
Go ahead, talk about him. Talk about his
cow.
mounts and pets and hell, the dude collects gold.
Yeah, if you ever get on World of Warcraft, look up a character named Chansey and just ask him how many pets he has. I mean, he collects the trading cards for a while and gets the pets and mounts out of those, and oh my god,
I could see you and your dad coming together, bonding over SOE.
He made he's always been Alliance. Since day one of World of Warcraft, he's always been Alliance. He made Horde tunes just to get the mounts that you can't get on the Alliance side. Really? Really?
And he collects gold the same way. It's the bank of
gold. He's hit
the bank of Chansey.
Yeah, the Bank of Chansey. Everyone has taken a loan from the Bank of Chansey. He has hit the gold. I didn't even know you could hit the gold cap on more than one tune.
Yep. He doesn't mess around, man. He goes after what he wants.
Yep.
How many achievement points do you have? I didn't know there were that many.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that's like, hey, what are you guys doing? Yeah, let's go run Black Temple. What? We're 90. Yeah, I need an achievement. Which one?
Yep.
It's this random achievement on the third boss. You know, it's not even like clear Black Temple. It's
yeah. You have to like dance while shooting stars at it or something. I don't know.
Everybody stand in a corner, face the wall. You can only use spells that don't require line of sight. All right, we got it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
10 points.
10 points. There we go. New title. He's a great guy, though. And this Dragon's Prophet would be right up his alley.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to get some footage of you and Havoc going at one of these collector's games, whatever one we pick. But we'll definitely have to have maybe a fun little series every once in a while. Just a status an update type thing on who's collected the most and stuff like that.
I'd watch that.
I would, too. I would definitely watch that. If you would watch that show, put it in the comments below. I mean, you guys are the ones listening to the show, the ones that decide what stays and what goes. So, Dragon's Prophet, I'm going to give a thumbs up. I will definitely try it. What about you?
Oh, yeah. Thumbs up. I'll definitely try it as well.
In other Sony Online news, Vanguard has removed some of the free-to-play restrictions, like class restrictions that they previously had on it. But you still can't wear any rare gear. It's probably a little bit too late for this type of lift, and if you aren't playing Vanguard already, you probably don't care. So, moving on. That wasn't mean or anything, was it?
No, not at all.
You know, if you don't care, if you're not playing Vanguard, you probably don't care. Moving on. Last news story today, one the Brim is very, very excited about. Renaissance Heroes by Chang Yu. Open beta, 2 days away. Brim's already got it downloaded, so do I. We've got a giveaway for exclusive Renaissance Heroes and MMOBomb gear over on MMOBomb.com. Head on over and get that for you. I'm going to leave this one to you, Brim. Tell us about the game. What is it? What can we expect in 2 days when the open beta is ready to go? Are we going to like it? Give me the lowdown on Renaissance Heroes.
I am very excited for this game still. Basically, you're looking at Renaissance-style art in a first-person shooter. Big, huge, old-style guns that don't exist in that time frame. Big hammers, crossbows, you name it, rocket launchers. This game's got it. Let's see. Beta, like you said, is in 2 days. January.
So by the time you're listening to this, it already started.
Yeah, January 22nd. Open beta, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yep. Through February 6th. So it's going for about, what, 2 weeks?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Very, very fast-paced. Kind of Quake style.
So it's more one of those Twitch first-person shooters?
Yeah.
Heavy reaction?
Yep, yeah, if you're not paying attention, you're going to get sniped.
So I'm doomed?
Yep. Yep. You might as well just stand in a corner somewhere and wait.
I'll go for that achievement. So what has you the most excited about this game? I mean, we all know you're a first-person guy, but what's this game doing for you?
Honestly, it's the artwork. I know it's not like fantastic graphics, but it's very colorful, I guess.
Brim likes pretty colors.
I was not expecting the character detail, though. I think I was looking for a little bit more in that.
Right.
Cartoony is the wrong word to use, but that's kind of what they look like to me.
Yeah, I can get that. I get the it's a cartoony art style for the character models, but not a cartoony color palette. Maybe that's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Because they do have more, duller tones and more realistic coloring, but the actual models do have a kind of a cartoony vibe to them.
Yeah. Something that they're doing different in open beta, they're adding 2 new characters.
Nice. Bart
and Medici.
And Bart is part of the giveaway in MMOBomb on the page, so check that out. You'll get an alternate costume for Bart.
Oh yeah, that's right. And actually, before you and I even spoke, I had gotten an email from GameFuse.
Yes.
That's right. You said you had got the email as well.
Yep.
Ooh,
what was that?
I dropped something. And they're giving away like a founder's package from what it looks like. Yep.
Is it for sale or is it a giveaway type thing?
I believe it's a giveaway. As long as you, let's see, special thank you to the closed beta testers and fans. Please accept this gift of the Renaissance Heroes Founders Package as long as you register before 12 p.m. Tuesday, the 22nd.
Nice. So if you're registered and ready to go prior to the beta, which this news does you absolutely no good because it was a couple days ago by the time you're listening to it.
Yep.
But you can still come over to MMOBomb and get the free costume and pack.
Yeah. They're gonna.
It includes the MMOBomb banner, which is the bomb eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that kind of stuff.
I did too.
Some of these companies are teaming up with us and putting our name on their items and whatnot.
Yep. So you're stoked. You're gonna be starts at what? I think it was late evening Eastern time. It was like 6 o'clock Pacific on the 22nd, which would be 9 our time. So it is late evening when it starts. But I assume you're gonna be jumping in on day one.
Absolutely. Maybe, assuming my new job allows it.
Uh-oh.
I will be on there this week.
Congrats on the new job, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes, and hey, your schedule actually becomes a lot more stable, so that means more gaming.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to Renaissance Heroes. I will be on there. The only question I have for you, we both are pumped about the game, you more so than me. You've been waiting for this one for a while. My only concern with this one, and I want to ask you being a first-person guy, rather than like the standard style, this is more Twitch-style controlling with the Unreal Engine 3. Have you seen videos or anything that give you the impression that maybe Twitch is a bit fast-paced for the art style or the weapons?
Yes.
Ooh.
It is extremely fast-paced. I mean...
almost too much, maybe?
Yes. And we'll probably come back to this.
I was going to say, should we wait till your bomb?
We should probably wait. Yeah. Actually, is that next? That's next, isn't it?
That's next, yeah. So let's move on. We both give it thumbs up. We'll come back to Renaissance Heroes and maybe why Brim thinks Twitch might be a little too fast-paced for the art style and the environment. While you're down there making your comments, giving us your weekly bombs for this week, hit like, hit subscribe, come on over to MMOBomb.com. We do the Bomb Live show Monday and Wednesday at 2 Pacific. Monday, Spunkify is streaming. Wednesday, I am streaming. We also have, obviously, the Renaissance Heroes giveaway, which is open to whoever wants it. Come on over, get your MMO Bomb banner and some additional special shiny objects. So Brim likes colors. Over at the site there. Let's move on. It's time for the weekly bombs and questions. I'm going to go first. We already know what yours is about, so I'll keep mine really quick. I'm giving a da-bomb, a huge da-bomb, to our friends in Europe. Not only are they going to be the first ones to play Dragon's Prophet, and we in the West have to wait, but Dragon Nest is finally going to beta in Europe on February 27th. It's only been forever in the coming. It was delayed at the end of last year because of localization reasons, but it's finally almost available to my friends in the EU that have been waiting for that game. February 27th is the magic date. Da-bomb to you guys finally getting to jump in. I know some of you have been waiting for that for a very, excuse me, hiccups, very long time. And now you know the date. So da-bomb. Brim, what's your bomb?
Oh, gotta give an A-bomb to Renaissance Heroes.
Oh, come on, man. You're looking forward to it. You're going to jump in the second you get home from work. What's going on?
I am still looking forward to it, but I have to say it is a little too fast-paced.
All right, what makes you say that?
I was not expecting it. I think I was expecting a little more, let's see, James Bond, GoldenEye.
Okay.
Where, you can take a couple hits. You and another player can have a shootout, pretty much. In this one, you stick your neck out too far, and you're getting one shot.
And where's your source here? Come on, tell us about it.
Well, the video I watched is apparently 7 months old. I don't think that's changed, but yeah, it's like you can get one shot pretty easily. I do like that there's some melee weapons thrown into this game. I think there's like a big giant hammer floating around somewhere.
Yeah, we do have the first look up on the site. It was done 7 months ago in early development. So, yeah, I mean, the gameplay is probably very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey, there could have been changes made. Maybe the speed was a little too much. Maybe the durability. Maybe there's items that we didn't have in the first look. I think you're being unnecessarily mean.
Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out Tuesday.
We'll find out Tuesday. If I own you Tuesday, though, we're going to hear about how it's too fast and I should be able to take more than one shot. Because I'm laying down the gauntlet right now, Brim. Tuesday, you and I.
Tuesday?
Yes, it's on.
All right.
The bombs from the viewers. War Too Good says, as much as I want to give Terra a try, I can't. Because the publisher thinks that there's only hackers and account thieves here in Russia. So huge A-bomb to Terra Online. Most of the feedback today is about Terra, considering that our question of the week last week was about Terra as well. We wanted to know, what class are you rolling first if you're going to play Terra? And if you aren't, why? Brim, you're planning to jump in. What are you going to roll? Archer, very good.
Yeah.
That's what you roll in every damn game. Why'd you even think about it?
I thought it was a trick question.
Mofu Tofu says, don't worry, Magic Man. Terra has a hell of a lot more content compared to at launch. I quit Terra after I got bored of the endgame content, and a few days ago I've returned, and the amount of new dungeons are off the roof. Also, new battlegrounds for the PvP lovers, too. A-Bomb for Dragon Nest EU for finally announcing their closed beta date, but sadly, they're 2 years too late. Most European players have either played in the NA version via proxy or the SEA version. Totally legitimate point. They waited an awful long time.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next one, Brim?
Black Area? Black Area. I will be giving Terra a try. I always wanted to, but never got around to it. I will be playing a priest. Have been playing a lot of healers lately.
Oh, have fun.
I kind of feel the same way. I've been playing a lot of healers lately. I would love to see the Fish.io live stream with Magic doing the commentary. I will be giving it a try. The bomb to Dragon's Prophet. I know it's saying a lot for a Sony Online game, but I am looking forward to it.
Nice. It's generally a pretty positive show this week, except for you.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
V2099 says, I'm interested in Terra, but there's a 90% chance I'll skip it because there's no spider mount. DotA for DDO revamping almost all their named items and new augment system. That's twice in the last couple of days somebody's given a shout out to Dungeons & Dragons Online. Terra Nova 667, I'm going to give Terra a DotA for both the upcoming free-to-play model and the game itself based on what I've played so far. The combat is fun, it looks great, but if there was one thing about Terra I could change, it would be not having to go back to town to learn skills. It's something that's starting to be a little irritating to me about MMOs. Just let me add the points, get the skills wherever I am. It's one thing Raiders has over Terra. I totally agree. You know, and I didn't even think about that when we were making those comparisons last week. I absolutely agree. I hate that. I've been playing a lot of Terra, Brim. I'm going to play it after we're done recording. And I got to admit, I'm liking the Archer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a 33 Warrior, which I use to kind of evasion tank. And then rolled an Archer, because I hadn't played the Warrior in so long that I had no idea what the hell I was doing, and you have to know what you're doing, especially when you're tanking with the Warrior class in that game, because you can't take a hit. You gotta get out of there as a Warrior tank. Lancers can take a little bit of a beating. Question of the week last week, what class are you rolling first if you're playing Terra, and if you aren't, why? Alarix is going to play my level 37 Warrior, sounds like me, and start an Archer. Did I type this?
I was going to say, is that you? Are you Alaric?
I am not Alaric. Gonna give Terra a DotA for going free to play in the right manner, unlike other games that go free to play. Reaper 5167. We're gonna roll through this because Brim, as you can see on the show notes here, we got a ton of feedback that we got to get through here. Reaper 5167 says, "Great show, Magic Man, Domina, and Brim Lickens."
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. You could be Brim Lickens in Terra. You just have to put a period between the two.
I might just do that.
No spaces. So you could do a capital B and a capital L, but you got to have a period between the two. Been a busy week for me, says Reaper5167. Finally had time to check out Warframe. Loving it. Graphics are amazing. Gameplay is cool. Community is crap. But hey, at least the environment is pretty, so I can have my attention deviated somewhere else. Oh, and my DotA for this week is for you guys making my week, and a DotA for the only game I've played in a month, Warframe. Brim, did you type this one?
I've played other games this month. Come on now.
He said this week. This week.
Oh, this week. I've played other games this week.
What else have you played?
I am not going to answer that question.
Is that brand new dating sim? Is that what it is? As for the question of the week, I'd like to be a warrior. As you mentioned, it's more of an evasion tank. I think that playstyle will suit me, because in any game I play, that's usually the role I pick, the nimble fighter, you know, the float like a butterfly, sting like a bee thing. Oh, by the way, I hope Neverwinter changes their rogue trickster's name into the stealthy one. Goes well with the big weapon fighter. Cheers, guys. Have a great week. Reaper 5167. Fantastic comment all the way around, top to bottom. Appreciate the compliments, and then everything else in there is just fantastic.
I would play that. I would play the stealthy one.
Brimlickens, the stealthy one.
Yes, I want that title.
I'm already hearing like the movie trailers. You on Facebook lately, you've been putting up different movie quotes.
Oh yeah.
I got one wrong. I had the right genre, but I labeled the wrong movie, so I had to tear down my comment and put a new one up that had the right movie in it. But I abbreviated it. I didn't give away your answer. See?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I just put a little SM there. You knew what movie I was talking about.
Yep.
That sounds really wrong. The movie was Scary Movie. Okay, it was Scary Movie.
PG-13, people. Come on
totally Scary Movie. But yeah, Brimlicken. I could just hear like the movie trailer voice. In a world, you know, dominated by monsters, only Brimlickens, the stealthy one, can save the world.
Yes. Yes.
Your fiance is like, wow, my man's a dork.
Oh my god, dude, not a day goes by I don't hear that one.
Karavidov says, I feel like Terra should have been free to play from the start. I don't disagree. And in fact, the beta gave us lots of reason to think it might have been. I mean, action combat is awesome, but that's the only thing that really makes it stand out. Inevitably, it became free to play, of course. But maybe they had it in mind and wanted to get some subscription money and then decided to go for free. If they never planned to go free or anything like that, they were absolute fools. Regardless, more free stuff, guys, i.e. good news. Kara, totally agree 100%. And we thought that from the beta way back when, Brim.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next one?
I'm going to get this wrong. Mugen Reaper?
Hey, sounds right to me.
All right, Mugen Reaper. I'm going to roll Baraka Mystic myself.
A Barack Mystic?
Baraka?
No, that's our president.
Oh,
a Baraka. Oh, Terra. He or she's talking about Terra. Oh, okay. All right. Now I'm with you.
You make me feel like an idiot. I'm like, no, it says Baraka, I swear.
Baraka Mystic.
That's what I said.
Fiend the King, not going to play Terra. PC can't run it. Yeah, there's a lot of people, unfortunately, in that bin.
I know that feeling. Well,
yeah, you used to know that feeling. Your new machine can run it.
Yep. Old one, not so much.
Yeah, old one, not so much. Taurus Saga City, Magic Man, I'm hearing you mention Time Killer a lot lately, and I follow you, but are there any new games which have the potential to be a really good game and not just a time killer? I'd like to get your thoughts on this. Sorry if my English is not perfect. Second language. Your English is fine. It's perfect.
I love it when they say that. Second language, yeah, it's better than my first. So.
Yeah. I only have one. I speak French. Not enough to have a conversation with you, but I can decode what you say. I feel like I'm sitting there with a decoder ring doing it. But if you type me a letter in French, I'll be able to read it. So yeah, don't ever apologize for speaking English as a second language better than I speak anything as a second language. We have talked about, and we have said that a lot, Brim, lately. It's not something I play, but it's a time killer. Maybe an hour here type thing. So I'll give you a second to think about titles that you might say have the potential to become a really good game. I am going to say Terra. For me personally, I'm going to say Terra because I would have continued to play it from launch. It was just the sub that made me quit after 2 or 3 months. And I know, and I've been brutally honest that the game is a quest grind, that type of thing, but as you all know, I don't mind that type of gameplay still. I'm still okay with it as long as I enjoy playing the game. So Terra is going to be a good game for me that's not just a time killer. The Secret World, although it's buy to play, has become a good game for me without having to pay the sub. I am hopeful that Neverwinter becomes a good game for me. When Phantasy Star Online 2 does actually come out in North America this year, that will be a good game, and I know that because I've already played it, and I enjoyed what I played. So there's 4 games right there that, for me at least, are going to be good games and not just time killers as far as what I'll be playing on my PC. Maybe they're not for you, and that's totally fine, because you guys are playing games, I'm not going to play League of Legends, and you will for hours and hours, and that's fine. But there's 4 from me. Brim, what do you got?
I am hopeful, kind of like you, for Neverwinter. Part of our time killers, I feel, is usually first-person shooters, or shooters in general.
Yeah, totally agree.
I hate saying that because I love first-person shooters, and when the day comes out that there is a first-person shooter where it hooks me in and keeps me there, you may not see me for a while.
Yeah, you'll retire from the show.
Yep.
So there you go. There's a couple right there. And then I play some other games which are either buy-to-play or subscription-based, which I consider games that aren't time killers, but I'm not going to go into them. I wanted to try and stick to free-to-play with the exception of Secret World there.
Mm-hmm.
Samurai Mo, you may say Mo, says, Terra's boring, in my opinion. Couldn't stand it after level 3. It's definitely not everybody's cup of tea. And Samurai Mo, hey, at least you found out after level 3, man. At least you didn't roll to level 25 and then go, I can't stand this. So, yeah,
who does that?
It's not going to be everybody's game. What's that?
I said, who does that?
Yeah, only us.
I've never leveled a tune to 45 and then quit.
Yeah, okay, we only have max level tunes in Star Wars. Height115 says, time to tank with Papori. I would like to watch that, actually. Nobody said Elin. Can't understand why. Brave Wrath says, always like Terra, now even more. Game downloaded, character nearly on level 28, basically ready for free-to-play. From me, a big thumbs up for Terra and everyone behind it to make this type of free-to-play that everyone can play the content without everything taken away. We totally agree. Lagwin1980 says, question of the week, being a founder, I'll hop back on my warrior and I'll have a look-see at anything that may have been added since I stopped subbing. Then I'll probably finish leveling my Slayer. Lots of people now planning on multiple tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Brim, are you going to jump in? I talked to you last week about the free thing, and did you download it?
No, I have not.
You better play it. It's fun. Yeah, so question of the week next week. Brim, since you're not on next week's show, I want to get your answer right now here. I think this is a good one. Given what's coming up and what's being released soon, which of these games comes out first? And why do you think so? Now, keep in mind, for I'm going to give you 3, one of which we absolutely know is going to be free to play. The other 2, we do not know the payment model system for these 2 titles yet. So I will tell you that off the bat. Let's just pretend for this question that all 3 are going to be free to play, because the payment model really doesn't matter for this question. Brim, which of these games comes out first in 2013, and why do you think so? Neverwinter, WildStar, which I'm still looking forward to, or The Elder Scrolls Online?
Ooh. I am torn between Neverwinter and Elder Scrolls.
Okay, so you're bumping WildStar behind both of them.
Yes. I'm going to say Neverwinter.
And why?
And the reason for that is probably because we know its model. Free to play.
Yeah, but did we know that because they announced it, or did we know that prior to that just because Perfect World was attached to it?
I think
because
we saw it coming.
remember, initially Cryptic was not making this as an MMO until they were bought by Perfect World, and they said, "Hey, that thing you're working on, it's now an MMO."
Yeah. I don't know the answer.
I mean, you could totally be right. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, that's going to be my pick just because I feel like if you've announced your pay model, you're probably closer than the other ones.
Yeah, and you know Alpha's running right now. You know that for a fact because Neverwinter's given away keys to it.
Mm-hmm.
Where WildStar and Elder Scrolls, you're not quite sure what testing and development phase they're in because they're not horribly public. I think WildStar is running different friends and family betas right now, so maybe they're a little bit ahead of Neverwinter. Maybe they're not. I'm going to say WildStar. And the only reason I think so is I think WildStar and Carbine Studios and NCSoft, I think this title's under the gun right now. Because it's won numerous most anticipated of awards for 2 years now. So I think you're running out of time. If you keep this in development any much longer, I think WildStar runs the risk of coming out and seeming dated as soon as it's released. Because you've been working on it for so long that the technology has passed it.
I feel like we've seen that before.
Oh, we definitely have. In fact, I talk about it on this week's Ask MMO. Ask MMOBomb. Somebody asked that literal question, how long should a game be in development, and what do you think of games that are in development forever? And one of the points I make is WildStar's won 2011 and 2012 most anticipated titles at the end of both years from numerous outlets. I'm going to go with WildStar simply because I think they have to release soon, or they're in some trouble. I think they'll be in some trouble with a game that looks or feels dated and literally just came out. So let's throw it around for the final word. Gang, you tell us which game's going to come out first and why do you think so? Neverwinter, WildStar, Elder Scrolls Online. Don't worry about the payment model. Just answer which is going to come out first. While you're there, don't forget your weekly bombs. Dub bomb for something good, A bomb for something bad. Final word, Brim, you're up, my friend.
Thanks for another good show. Happy to be back as always. Hopefully I get a break here next week.
You have a break next week.
Yeah, always a pleasure, Magic Man. Always. Hit me
fun,
up,
my friend.
Everybody. What was that?
I said it's always fun, my friend.
Hit me up on the Twitters at Brimton. That's BRIMTTIN. Hit me up some of them derps.
Derps.
Gotta have my derps.
All right, for Brim, I am Magic Man. Thank you for listening. You can follow me on the Twitters at MagicMan1. That's MAGICKMANN1. You can hit me on the email, magicman@MMOBomb.com. That's spelled the normal way, MAGICMAN. Until next time, gang, as always, stay safe. We'll see you on the servers.